Welcome to the United States of Tiffany. Our commentary offers a humorous take on wrestling. Please note, we're not bullying or attacking the wrestlers. We're engaging with the choreographed sport and its storylines. Our jokes and observations are about the characters and storylines, not the real people behind them. Tourists and citizens alike, welcome. Enjoy the show, and remember, it's all in good fun.
Well, all right. I'm gonna keep this short and sweet because if you're still watching Raw right now, you're probably still watching the match. And I'm gonna be honest, I fast forwarded through it. I didn't keep it on it. And it was very difficult to watch actually because it was already pre-taped. I could not get to it through my profile for some reason. I had to go through my husband's profile to watch the show. And I was like, I don't understand because it would not let me click on the episode. For whatever reason, it wouldn't let me click on the episode. But I was able to watch it. And there was some little hidden gems in Monday Night Raw overall. But again, like I said a few weeks ago, things are going to start to die down, slow down. And it's just going to give you some time. You have to go through a few things, to get over it. You know what I'm saying? To get through it. So we can get to the fun parts, if there are any fun parts. So here's what happened. Monday Night Raw did not start off with a monologue. It didn't start off with division. Thank God. It started off with a match. It was Rhea Ripley versus Asuka. And this match we have seen multiple times before, but the girls actually put on a decent match with each other. It wasn't over the top. It wasn't crazy. They were going at it. Okay. They were going at it. Now, she asked that EO not be there because EO has the back injury and the back injury seems to be extensive. So she asked for her to, stay in the back and because she can't protect her. Well, as the match progressed, Kairi Sane got involved in the match over and over and over and over again. And it kept happening to the point where EO just couldn't stop. EO definitely got involved 1000%. So in her involvement, she ended up oh shit, this motherfucker Stranger Things is creepy as fuck. Um, she ended up getting injured as well, and this cost Rhea the match. Rhea ended up losing the match, and of course the Kabuki Warriors got the dub. Now we already know the Kabuki Warriors are set to face off against Rhea and Io for the tag team titles. Okay. And we also know that on the other show, you've got Charlotte and Alexa wanting to get their titles back. And of course, you have Lash and fucking Nia who are gunning for the tag team titles. So it's a lot going on in the women's tag team division. And you still have tag teams like Lyra and Bailey, and you still have Judgment Day gunning for the tag team titles as well. So everybody that can't go after the main title, which would be the WWE Women's Championship with Jade, and of course currently the Women's Championship, the Women's World Heavyweight Championship with Stephanie, they're all being clustered into the women's tag team division. Now, there are mid card belts, which makes this even more wild to me that there are not more women going after the mid card titles. because somebody like Charlotte holding the United States Championship, somebody like Rhea holding the Women's IC Championship, and even if you pull those two out of that sea, you put that title in the hands of somebody like Bailey, somebody like Michin, somebody like Naya, somebody like Alexa Bliss. That would give the title more prestige and make it even more sought after for the next person who gets it. Okay. Speaking of titles, moving into the IC title with, of course, Maxine. Maxine was set to celebrate, seeing as how she beat Ivy Nile last week clean. She decided to come out and celebrate, but before she could do that, y'all favorite man came out there. Becky Lynch came out there and decided to thwart it and gave us her favorite line that she's working with her lawyers and now she's the greatest of all time. And she's not the only one who says it. Sports Illustrated says it. The New York Times says it. Everybody says it, according to her. With all that being said, Maxine came out there and said, "Look, I beat you 1, 2, 3 times, and the next time we meet, it's gonna be a fourth." And she was like, "I don't have to worry about getting lawyers and doctors and everybody to agree with what I'm saying because it's on record, bitch. It's already been proven. Okay, I don't need none of that. What I need for you to do is to acknowledge that I am the champion, but I'm also your intercontinental champion." And Becky didn't want to do that. Becky just punched her in the face. So the girl had her laid out and was punching on her. And she thought she was just going to be able to beat her ass and wasn't going to be no repercussions. But she must not have been watching or paying attention that Maxine ain't the same little girl that was wrestling a couple weeks ago or a couple months ago. No, nay, nay, nay. Maxine done got a little hardened. Okay, she got a little hardened on her. Maxine got her together with that ankle lock and tore her ass up. Had her limping, took a whole shoe off. Shoe was down the aisle. Maxine said, "I'm your champion, bitch. I am your champion." So next month in January, on the premiere episode of Monday Night Raw, Maxine will defend her Intercontinental Championship against Becky Lynch. And I hope that she retains. Not for the sake of us not having to see Becky, but for the sake of Maxine and her title reign. She has had successful title defenses, and this is going to be her biggest test yet. This time, there's no frills, no thrills, no tricks, nobody coming in to cost you or nobody coming in to cause no distractions. You beat Becky all on your own 1, 2, 3. And that's it. That's Murder She Wrote. And then you can proceed forward and we'll see who you get to go up against next when you're challenged. But I hope that she wins. Not only for her sake, but for the sake of the title. Keeping the title on Becky does not give you opportunities to see the championship. And while everybody loves Becky, and I know Becky's cool, I'm not saying that she isn't the one that should be holding the title. Well, I am saying that. She isn't the one that shouldn't be holding the title. I'm not saying that she's not good enough or she's not what she claims to be. I'm saying if you're going to start proceeding forward and building up other talent, they have to be able to hold belts at some point. You cannot always keep the belts on girls and guys like Becky and Seth and CM Punk. At some point, we have to move forward. And we're not moving, we're stagnant. And I don't like that. But it is what it is. Moving on. Let's move on. Okay. Now, there was some backstage segments. Okay, we'll get to those in a minute. But we saw that Javon Evans, it was announced today that he is a free agent, which means that he can float between all three shows until he's officially signed. So we're probably going to see a lot of Javon on all three shows until they officially sign him to a show. Now, to be honest, Javon can be put anywhere. He can be put on Raw. He can be put on SmackDown. He will fit in and he will be able to shine no matter what. I think he would do exceptionally well on Raw. I also think he would do great on SmackDown. I think that he would do great either way. But I'm edging more towards Raw, mainly because I feel like he would have a better shot at the Intercontinental Championship than he would the United States Championship, if that makes sense. All right, let's proceed forward. Yes. The match was with Rayo. He's one of the El Grande Americano families. Okay, he's part of the family. And it was a good matchup between the men. Now, they tried to cheat. It didn't really work out in their favor with the cheating. Javon Evans was able to pick up the win. with his signature move. It was Murder She Wrote. Match was over. Okay. Let's move on to the next match that they had, which was Bailey versus Roxanne. Another long match that we've seen countless times over that I'm sorry I had no desire to watch. I fast forwarded through half of this. They did okay in the match. There was a lot of interference. There was interference on Liv's part, and then there was interference on Raquel's part. Now put a pin in that because prior to this match, Nikki Bella got her ass out there and decided she wanted to cut a promo. Now, put a pin in that because before that, Adam asked Stephanie what she wanted to do in regards to Bella and Rodriguez. And Stephanie was like, give me both of them hoes. Adam was like, are you sure? And Stephanie was like, I don't have to be sure. Give them both to me. Okay? Give them both to me. Child. So Adam said, okay, fine. Adam said, fine. You wanna have them both you want to have them both at the same time, that's fine. We'll give them to you next week. I was like, well, damn. Can we save some for Monday Night Raw for Netflix in January? But I guess they're gonna kill two birds with one stone here and split up some of these title defenses so that they can have some good things beginning or some things rolling going into the new year. But listen, Nikki got her ass out there and basically told everybody that they don't look as good as her, and she is y'all don't know what a superstar looks like, and I'm it. And I was like, yep. They walk out there wearing the same tight ass jacket every week. They have to tell everybody that they are a superstar so people can remember. I guess if that's what makes you happy, listen. I'm not really mad at her because she has the same script that she writes every week, and she kind of talk like a robot, so it don't really matter to me what she be saying. What pissed me off was Raquel. Raquel, last week that bitch had a Maynard on your forehead. Okay? If you don't know what a Maynard Dry, tell them what a Maynard is. Tell them. It may go down, it may not. That bitch fucked your face up last week. And you gonna come out there and not come out there and say nothing. Nobody came out there and attacked her. Nobody took her out off that goddamn table. She had them big ass shoes on. You should have clipped her ass. Okay? You should have clipped her ass. But you kept your big ass in the back the whole time that bitch came out there talking shit and you didn't say nothing. But as soon as your homegirls get in the match, you come out there and fuck up the whole match. What is wrong with you? And then you had the audacity to go in the back and get mad at them because they didn't come out there and help you. Bitch, you told them not to. You told them not to. Meanwhile, Nikki Bella is still walking around the vicinity. Why the fuck you ain't went after that hoe yet and took her out? I don't understand it. You still gonna have a championship match. You bitches used to run around taking people out before y'all matches all the time. And you telling me that you gonna sit here and let this girl talk shit about you in front of everybody and you not do nothing? Especially after you had that big ass knot, that golf ball on your forehead? You need to have your ass whooped for that. Because that's crazy. And anybody who wrote this, you fucked up. Because why would you let her come out there and stand on that table and talk all that trash and nobody do nothing? Especially after both of them got attacked last week. Ain't nobody gonna be interested in that fight between them three. Don't nobody give a damn. Nikki Bella could have just stood there and everybody would have been like, moving on. We don't give a fuck about her. We don't care. And why is she still in the title scene to begin with? I do not understand the logic. I don't understand. I'm so fucking confused right now. I'm so lost because I don't understand. I'm like, it's so many people out there who could be out there competing, and you're acting like she is the only one. Nikki is not putting asses in seats. Nikki is not the one who is garnering people to watch Monday Night Raw. Get mad if you want to, bitch. I don't care. Bella Army them nuts, nigga. I don't give a fuck about what you're talking about. She's not the one. Find somebody else. There's plenty of people out there, especially on that roster, on the Raw roster, that could compete against Stephanie and give you something. Because this ain't it. So whatever the fuck she got going on, dead that shit right now. Dead it. That shit pissed me off. She coming out there hollering and screaming at the referee, but couldn't say nothing to Nikki Bella, and she was right there. She was right there. Ugh. Go to hell. Cause I'm tired. I'm exhausted. Gunther brought his ass out there and said what he always said. He said John Cena was a little bitch for tapping out. Okay, great. Everybody was looking at him crazy. CM Punk came out there, got in his face. Ray was looking at him crazy. Ray got to look up to him because he about a foot shorter than the man. So, he was laughing at him and carrying on. That's when I would have kicked him in his shin. I'm little, I'm short. So it don't take much for me. If you talk about me being short and I'm in front of you and you do that little patting thing on my head and shit, I'm gonna kick you in your shin. And then I'm gonna punch you in your shit. Cause while you grabbing for your shin, to protect your shin because it hurt, that's when I'm gonna uppercut the shit out you. I'm gonna do an Anthony break your motherfucking jaw, nigga. Like, Jake Paul got his shit rocked. He got his shit rocked. Ooh, it was Christmas early. Oh my God, he messed that man's face up, baby. Woo, child. Now look, in the very beginning of the show, Austin Theory came out there because he was waiting for them when they showed up. Okay, and Austin Theory said, Pauline, let me rap to you. Let me talk to you right quick. Now, of course, Brian and Bronson Reed don't want to have nothing to do with him. They like, you in our way, you in our business, and we ain't got time for all of that. Hey, Jacob, hey, we ain't got time for all of that. Like, Paul, like, don't worry about it. I got it. I'll deal with him. And then Paul, like, what the fuck do you want? And Austin Theory was like, you know what? I got comfortable. And then I got injured. And then I was sitting at home. And then I watched the birth of the vision. And I saw how y'all be taking what you want. Y'all don't ask for nothing. Y'all take what you want. Right? So he said, I decided that that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to take. And I'm going to keep taking. And so Pauline was like, oh, for real? That's what you plan on doing? That's interesting. Mm-hmm. So he took his ass back to the clubhouse. He told the boys, he was like, look, not too long ago, your ass was in the back. You ain't had no title opportunities. You didn't have shit. But as soon as you linked up with me, your ass ended up beating the tribal chief in Australia in front of all your home, your countrymen, everything. You was on top of the world. You still on top of the world. Brian Breaker, last time I checked, your ass wasn't making no money. You wasn't doing nothing. You know what I'm saying? Soon as you link up with me, now you got a title shot for the world championship. And if I recall, it was your shot to call to take out Seth Rollins. That was you. That wasn't me. That was you. Okay. So if we're going to keep this thing rolling and we're going to keep doing that, then you need to understand that I am the one who makes the decisions. Y'all follow suit. Okay. And here's what we're going to do. We're going to let Austin Theory be the one to compete with Bronson Reed today. And he will either fall into the vision or he will be taken out by the vision. Brian Breaker was like, man, all right. Bronson was like, man, let's just see. Let's trust the Oracle. He was like, nah, I've got your back. But him, I don't know him. I ain't with that shit. Fast forward, match happens. Long ass match for no reason. I fast forwarded through it. I'm not playing with y'all. It was recorded already, so I fast forwarded. Okay, a lot of these matches are repeat matches from the entire year. And I can, if anybody could calculate, matter of fact, let me go to ChatGPT. I know this is a shitty reason to use ChatGPT, and I'm sorry. Lord, forgive me. Lord, forgive me. Let me see. How many times have Rhea Ripley and Asuka wrestled each other in 2025? How many times have uh who is it? It's Roxanne Perez and Bailey wrestled each other in 2025. How many times have hold on. Ooh, child. They wrestled each other 4 times this year. I had to go to ChatGPT child. I need to see because it's gonna pull all the records from the internet. Okay, they've wrestled each other 4 times this year. Some iteration of them wrestling happened 4 times this year. I feel like that's more than that, but any whoosies. We've seen this happen multiple times before, and it's no shade to CM Punk or to Rey Mysterio, but I had no desire to watch those two wrestle against Theory and Bronson Reed. Although Theory looked like he ain't do nothing but just live in the gym the whole time he was out. He is massive. He is extremely cut. I mean, he just is very, very muscle forward. Everything about him. That shit, I'm like, God damn, you are cut, my guy. Wowzers. But anyways, Theory looked great. I think during the match, Theory did an awesome job. It's almost like he didn't miss a beat. He had no ring rust out there, which I'm incredibly impressed by. I always knew that Theory was an excellent wrestler. I've always seen that in him, but I thought he would have a little bit of cobwebs in the match. But from what I saw, he seemed to be very clean. There was no botches in that match. If I missed anything, please let me know. But as far as I know, he was just pristine. He was on point. Okay. He is an incredibly talented wrestler. And if they give him the reins like I think they're going to, he's going to be great in the coming years. But long story short, the match imploded. I don't even know who won. I fast forwarded past this. So by the time I saw it, everybody was out there and they was all fighting. He had got rid of Theory, but he forgot about Brian Breaker, and Brian Breaker laid him out again. So this is the second time that CM Punk has been laid out by Brian Breaker and that punk ass spear. So that's how the show went off. He got speared and it was boom, murder she wrote. Look, it wasn't a bad Monday Night Raw. It was pretty damn decent. I'll say that. But it was just some of the matches were a bit repetitive, and we've seen the stuff before. There's really nothing going on, so everything is being phoned in right now. So I didn't really see anything. I didn't really see anything worthwhile. Theory and Bronson won. Okay. I'm gonna be honest, I don't really care. Um Did I expect him to win? Yeah, it was his first match back. Him using the curb stomp is a little crazy for me because what is he gonna do when Seth come back? Is he still gonna be using it? It's like that's nuts. But you already see there's some discourse between the teams because when Bronson Reed was in the back and he was talking to Bronson Reed, well, when Theory was in the back and he was talking to Bronson Reed basically told him, like, look, Division got everything under control. You just need to follow my lead. And I got it from here. Theory was like, oh, okay, but yeah, we're gonna do this my way. He was like, you let me start the match. I'll tag you in and you follow my lead. Bronson Reed was like, right? What? And that's exactly what the fuck happened. Theory wasn't having that bullshit. Theory said, "Fuck that." I'm gonna handle this. Now I see there's gonna be some problems with Bronson Reed and Theory. And I'm sticking to my guns. I think that Paulina is gonna cling to Theory, and Brian Breaker at some point is gonna get the championship. Do I think it's gonna be in January? Not necessarily. Not necessarily. Is it possible? Yes. But I think it's gonna be a bit of ways before he gets it again, before he gets the championship. And Seth has also declared that he is going after whoever has the title because he never lost the title. He was actually stripped of the title. He never lost it. He was forced to vacate. So he technically is the true champion, as he put it. And when he is cleared, he says he will be back and gunning for the championship. I'm gonna be honest with you, babe. I don't care. And I'm gonna tell you something. Some of y'all Seth Rollins fans ain't gonna like this, but that is the very reason why he is not on top of the world like his counterparts are or will be, which I will explain in a later video. I'm gonna do another video and give y'all a key component as to why Seth Rollins is not on the same level as his counterparts. I'll explain. And some of y'all gotta love it or y'all hate it, but I promise you, I'm not trying to be disrespectful. I'm just calling it like I see it. Okay. With all that being said, Wednesday I'll be back. I might be a little late on Wednesday because Wednesday is, what is that, Christmas Eve? Wednesday is Christmas Eve. So I may do Freestyle Wednesday on Tuesday, take Wednesday off and Thursday off because it's Christmas Eve, y'all. And I'm gonna be here with my family. All my family gonna be here Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. And I got a lot of stuff I gotta do. Tomorrow I gotta trim the brisket, get that seasoned, get it in the oven so we can cook all night. Did you take the chicken out? I had to go get it. I need you to take that chicken out. I'm gonna go there. I'm gonna put my car in the driveway. I gotta get the I gotta get the chicken Alfredo made. I gotta get that stuff done. I got lots of stuff to do. So tomorrow, after I get the brisket trimmed and seasoned, oh, she got thoughts on Seth. Oh shit. I got to get the brisket trimmed and seasoned, and then I'll go live tomorrow and I'll do the freestyle tomorrow instead of doing it Wednesday. Because I'm just not gonna have time on Wednesday. It's Christmas Eve and I still have to cook. I gotta prep some stuff, got banana pudding that gotta go in there. We gotta get what else gotta be done? The green beans, white potatoes gotta be made, the fish gotta be prepped. Yeah. I got too much shit going on. So I promise y'all we'll have a good time. I'll do it Tuesday. XBC chat is usually available on Tuesday, so I will end the show with that as well. And that way everything won't be so out of whack. And I'll be back Friday. I know last Friday I missed the live Friday, but I was tired. I was exhausted Friday. It was a long day. I just wanted to chill. Okay. I was not trying to be out here in these streets. Okay. But I will be back on Friday. We can have a little chitty chat on Friday about SmackDown, which will also be pre-recorded. So we can talk about that. And then next week they're going back to live shows. So all that good stuff. Nicole said with me because I have a lot of thoughts about Seth. I'm gonna put out a short first and then I'll go live. So you know what I'll do, Nicole? Next week, we'll have that conversation about Seth. We'll do it on live because it is a conversation that needs to be had. And some of y'all, I don't think, like, some of y'all ain't gonna like it. And I don't want to piss nobody off, but I'm not trying to be disrespectful. I'm just calling it like I see it. You feel me? I'm not trying to be disrespectful. I want people to understand that because some people don't understand that. But I promise y'all, when you hear us talk about it and we lay it out piece by piece, then you'll understand where we're coming from. But it's gonna be, I think I'll do it Wednesday. Nicole should be usually she's off on Wednesdays or at least at home by the time I go live on Wednesdays. So next Wednesday we're gonna talk about it after I do my NXT review. She said, I don't care. I gotta speak the truth, and sometimes the truth hurts. It definitely does. It definitely does. So I hope y'all enjoyed Monday Night Raw. It was okay. It wasn't the greatest. It was okay. But we can talk about a few things because I want to talk about AEW next Wednesday. Not in a bad light, but what they're doing right and how their like year ended. And we do like, I think next week what we'll do is we're gonna have a whole show mapped out for Freestyle Wednesday. We'll talk about NXT. We're gonna talk about Seth Rollins and where he is in terms of his career and why he isn't at the pinnacle of where he could be. Then we're gonna talk about AEW and do like a year-end wrap-up of AEW and do a year-end wrap-up of WWE. I want to do that because I feel like we didn't have a conversation about what is going on with the companies and how things are shifting and changing. And these smaller companies like Hog, MLW, they are rising up and doing some amazing things. And WWE it seems like they are regressing. And I don't like that. But we can have a conversation. Okay, we're going to talk about it. I'm going to get some things together. I'm going to do a little research and we're going to talk. I promise next week's episode is going to be a fun time on Wednesday. So make sure you come back over here and chitty chat with me. And I will see you guys next time. Okay, I'll be back tomorrow to do Freestyle Tuesday. Okay, and then we'll mosey on over and see you guys on Friday after Christmas. Okay. I hope y'all have a Merry Christmas and I hope you have a Happy New Year. I know things are not the best with everybody and I know everybody's having a hard time, but I promise you, this too shall pass, okay? You have been through worse things than this. It will get better. And if you are at rock bottom, you feel like things are just never going to change. If you're at rock bottom, then there's no place for you to go but up, babes. There's no place for you to go but up. Okay, so pick yourself up, have your moment to cry. Like I always say, you cry, let it out. You let that shit out, then you wipe your face, dust yourself off, bitch. You get up, and then you think about your next move. You keep it pushing, okay? You don't wallow in self-pity. All right. Now, if you're alone on Christmas or something like that, find you some family or some friends that you can chill with and kick it with them for Christmas, for the holidays. Plan for Friendsgiving, Friends Christmas. Do that. Okay. I love y'all to death. I got y'all. And I see y'all next time. Bye.
Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe for more wrestling content. Check out our merch and consider becoming a member for exclusive perks, special emojis, and members-only content.